get that condensed. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Michelle. I'm here to respond or not respond to the trophy wife's niece or the trophy wife's niece-in-law's video. I found it very disheartening that content creators like vultures swarmed around this woman to listen to her uh, poke holes in the narrative of Trophy Wife. Now, for those of you who don't know, Trophy Wife, also known as ISIS, has a YouTube channel, and she recently got on YouTube and exposed some very monstrous assertions regarding her children and her husband. Now, she's apparently been married for some years because she has a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a newborn. And she talked about, I guess you could say it was red pill stuff, or, you could say whatever you want about it. But she found out that her husband was indeed essaying the children. And she was devastated. Of course, everyone got on board, myself included, because I was really outraged at not the fact that she was telling the story, but the reactions to the story about the man, about her husband. And then I really began to see how it seems, everyone wanted to jump on board, and now they wanted to blame her for the degeneracy and the delinquency of her husband. And, she told her story. I don't know how true that story is, but she told her story about how she met him and she married him. And like I said, they've been together a while. They have a 4-year-old, which indicates some time has passed. And to my disgust, the content creators got on here and tried to blame her, comb through her, blame her for what happened to the children. So they comb through her content. They poke out things that she said. They bring forth, the children crying in the background. And they really just try to pin everything on her. And if you watched my last video, you saw that was a rant about evil and how nobody really is immune to it, and this could happen to anyone. People present themselves as being good, honest to goodness Christians, and really they're not. And, I think people just lie to themselves. I mean, I think they really want to be Christians, but, they don't deal with the pain and the hurt and the trauma inside. And so, they go out there and end up being the thing that they're trying to run away from. But that's no excuse for him. Now everyone is talking about their marriage and how she might have seen signs, which I don't. Who sees signs of that? I mean, seriously. Marriage is difficult enough. You may see things in a marriage that you don't like. They don't like things about you. The what is it? The bloom has gone off the rose. Several. That's just marriage. But still in all, she was devastated. And she left the house. She did what she was supposed to do, got the kids away from her, got her daughters checked, uh, held up someplace where they're safe. And afterwards, a so-called niece, comes out of nowhere and calls this woman a lie. And everyone is swarming in to, of course, verify that trophy wife, I'll call her ISIS, is lying about this. And the reason why she would be lying is to get money. I don't know what kind of psychopathy it would take for somebody to make shit up like this. But still in all, the niece, his niece, her niece-in-law, supposedly, tried to put it all on her sons. As you know, I don't know if you know this, but Trophy Wife was a single mother. She had 2 sons before she met and married her husband. So the niece goes on and tries to blame the sons. It was the boys who did it, and she doesn't want anybody to know, which is kind of sick. Like, why would you want to get online and accuse children of this horrible, horrible act? And then she goes on to editorialize ISIS, and editorialize about women marrying rich men and get your own money. And now she's an advice expert, in the wake of these children's trauma. I find the whole thing nauseating. I find the whole entire thing nauseating. I understand why ISIS had to come forward. I understand why she had to be transparent. She had a channel. She was happy in her marriage, at least that's what she thought she was. And she was happy to be spoiled and taken care of, and So everyone wants to blame her for that. Oh, you were your trophy wife. Oh, you were spoiled. Oh, you were given a relationship advice. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And I reiterate, as I have said in the previous video, there is no excuse for his behavior. I don't care what her ideology was. I don't care if she married him in a snap of a finger. I don't care what she did. It is the children stupid. And he is wrong. If he wants to cheat on her, which is disgusting, really. I mean, the whole idea here is disgusting. But why touch the children? Go get yourself a man or a woman. Why the girls? Why the girls? There is no, absolutely, positively, no rhyme or reason for any man to touch the children. I don't care. You can say she's wrong. I don't agree with her ideology. I don't agree with some of the things she said, but that is not the point. All of those things are irrelevant. They are irrelevant in wake of the trauma of those children. So, I will not be responding to that video. I don't know why I needed to come up there and say I wasn't responding to that video, but I'm coming up here to say that I'm not responding to that video. Furthermore, ISIS, trophy wife, Paloma, I'm going to share her TikTok video because I believe that she came on with receipts. And this is her response to the so-called niece of her ex-husband. So, without further ado, I've already spent too much time talking. I'm going to play that video.
Hi, everyone. I couldn't get on here fast enough. I couldn't get on here fast enough when I heard people are trying to blame my son. I couldn't get on here fast enough. Couldn't get on here fast enough. I thought I heard someone who I've never met in my life coming on here trying to blame my son. Someone whom I've never met in my life trying to come on here and blame my son for the sick and disgusting things that my daughter's father was doing. This is not a game. This is not a game. How dare you? How dare you blame this on an innocent child? You talk about you got proof? You have proof? I've got proof right here. Right here. Show me your paperwork. Show me your paperwork. You talk about I am saying something different than when I was in court. Honey, you weren't even there. I've never seen you in my life. It's not very good. Oh my gosh. Y'all want to see my protective order? Y'all want to see my protective order? Right here. I'm going to cover my daughter's name. I'm going to cover my daughter's name. In the case of a vulnerable adult and a minor child, a relative, there is a preponderance of the evidence to believe that the respondent committed the following acts of abuse. Statutory abuse of a child, R word or a statutory S offense. Father has been coming into two-year-old and 4-year-old daughters' rooms and SAing them. This is from the judge. There's the case number. It matches the records. There's the proof. There's the proof. There's the proof. I'm done. That's all. I'm done.